Hey, what's up guys, Kid Prepper? So you want to know how to convince your parents how to let you homeschool. Well, today I'm going to tell you guys a bunch of stuff to help you try to convince your parents how to homeschool. So let's get started. Statistics show that kids that do homeschool get a better education because they can work at their own pace and do it like kind of when they want to. They're not like at school wasting time waiting for other kids to finish, or you just do when you're doing homeschool, you get to do it at your own pace. You could do it quicker or slower, however it is that you like it. And that's from experience. I do homeschool and I know that. I know that's a fact. Help around the house with chores. So if you don't do like the dishes sometimes, then start doing the dishes. Start helping around the house, like help clean up, make your room, keep your room clean. Don't just be like all lazy and be like, I want to do homeschool. Be like really helpful, because that'll help your parents will be more motivated to want to let you homeschool maybe. You can offer to make dinner once in a while, like a few times a week, maybe once or twice. You could offer to make dinner, like when your parents go to work and you're at home doing homeschool. You could be like, you could not tell them, or you could tell them, and then when they come back, dinner's already ready, and then they're going to be pretty happy. You can find out if your state supports homeschool. I'm not in the States, I'm in Costa Rica, so I can't do that, but in the States, I know that some states, they support homeschool. Like in Las Vegas, you can try to contact like the homeschool or whoever's in charge of homeschool and see if they support it, because sometimes they'll let you do it for free depending on which homeschool you're doing. When you ask your parents if you can do homeschool, or when you do it multiple times, make sure they're in a good mood, because if they're in a bad mood, it does not matter what you say. They might just be like, no, you're not going to do homeschool. Make sure they're in a good mood. Another thing you can do is make a PowerPoint presentation. So like make a PowerPoint presentation and show them like all these reasons that you want to do homeschool and all this stuff that would be good about it and stuff you don't like about going to school. Say that school's starting to make you crazy, and that if you keep going to school, you're going to go cuckoo, and that you want to start doing homeschool before you go crazy. Do your research. So make sure that when you ask your parents if you can do homeschool, you know everything about it that there is to know. So make sure you check out all the different kinds of homeschools that there are, so that, because when you ask your parents if you can do homeschool, they're probably going to be like, oh, well, what about this? Yeah, but this. You don't just want to be like, I don't know. Be like, oh, well, there's these different kinds of homeschool, and I think this one would work best for me, and this is what this one is better for, and this one's better for this kind of person. So make sure you do your research, because you do not want to ask. There's nothing worse than asking your parents or anything that you want to do something, or anyone that you want to do something, and then they're like, okay, well, how does it work? And you're like, I don't know. That's just do your research, because that would be a big mistake if you don't do your research and you don't know anything about it yet, and you just tell your parents, oh, I want to do homeschool, and then they're ask you and you don't know a single thing. You can list all the things that you hate about school. So you can be like, well, I'm getting bullied, and I don't have good friends at school. Just like you can name what things you don't like about school, and then you could name what things you really like, that you think you're going to like, that you know you're going to like about homeschool. If you want, you could make a YouTube channel like this YouTube channel that I have. If you're watching this video, it's on the YouTube channel Kid Prepper. And I started homeschool about just over a month ago, and then I started my YouTube channel, and I've already put up like over 50 videos. So that's pretty good, because then my parents, they're happier about me doing homeschool because they see that I'm working for something that could like help me in the future a lot, and something that's fun. Like if I was going to school, I wouldn't have the time to do a YouTube channel like this one that I have. You can let your parents know about the latest shootings. I've heard that there's a lot of shootings going on in the schools in the States. Like just kids show up at school because they just get bullied too much, or they get pushed too far, and they just show up with a gun and then just shoot their friends or the bullies or whatever. So you can tell your parents that you're scared for you feel safer if you're doing your school at home. And make sure that you tell your parents about every time like there's a shooting or something like that. Make sure you let them know about it, so that you don't just tell them like one thing happened out of 10 years. Make sure you tell them every single time that crazy stuff like that happens, so that they'll be more like prone to let you homeschool. One thing you can do also is you could like get a job and like help pay for your homeschool if you want to. And there are a lot of people who think that homeschool means that you're not going to get you're not going to get to like hang out with people, and you're just going to be like an enclosed person in a cave not meeting anyone. But no, that's not true. That's not true at all. Because nowadays with social media, with people like all kinds of stuff, and people can come sleep over your house, you can have play dates, you can go meet up with people anywhere, you just message them and tell them that you want to hang out sometime. You're not going to be like an enclosed creature in a cave. You can get a better social life because you can like hang out with your friends that you like to hang out with, not just with the kids that go to school and are in your class. Because just because they're in your class doesn't mean that they're going to be your best friends. Your best friends might be they go to a different school. Might be someone who already does homeschool. I mean, you never know. And if all the things that I just said and everything that you've tried doesn't work, and you still aren't able to convince your parents to let you homeschool, then the last thing that you can do is get kicked out of school or get expelled. Because that is proven to convince parents to let you homeschool. I wouldn't suggest doing this. It might make them not let you give you a less chance about doing homeschool. But if you tried everything and that's your last resource, just go for it and get kicked out of school. Once you get kicked out of school, don't say that I told you to do that. That's your problem if you get kicked out of school and it doesn't work. I'm just telling you that that's something you could try. So yeah, those are everything that I have for you today, at least. Those are all the ways that I could think of, at least, of tips and how to convince your parents to let you homeschool. Of course, there's other things, but just make sure that when you talk to your parents about homeschool, that you don't just talk to them once, and if they say no, you don't give up. Do it again and try again and again and again. And make sure every time you talk to them about doing homeschool, they're in a good mood. I'm serious. Make sure they're in a good mood. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you found any of the information in this video helpful, love to if you guys leave me up with a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you later. Here is my list that I wrote.